All right, all right. What's going on, guys? Back with you here. Today, I figured out how to use the Bluetooth mic in the AirPods Pro. So maybe this will sound better in the car because when my mom owned this car, she hit some kind of a curb and something's rubbing on the CV boot. It's all jacked out, and I just haven't had time to go get it aligned and fixed, and just been working all the time. So, that's on me. I really should. I have a lavalier set up. I have all sorts of stuff. I just have to dig it out and get it all set up. Haven't had time. So anyway, today I was watching Rick Beato video about how he would relearn music. And I thought to myself, how would I relearn music? And so backstory is I always had a good ear. My mother said I was singing on key at 6 months old. And then kind of garbly words, but I did talk at 6 months. I said my first few words. And then I had a good sense of time. I could always sing on key, and she's got recordings of me telling my sister to be quiet because she's singing off key. And then I started taking around on guitar as soon as I could pick one up. There's always one in my house, and told my mom I wanted a guitar a piano when I was 7 because everybody played guitar. So she got me a piano, and I played that myself. I learned how to play pretty high level stuff for first few years for a 7, 8, 9 year old. I was playing Hill Street Blues, and somebody's baby, and just all sorts of stuff, all the standard stuff, Heart and Soul, and I was playing it all by ear, by learning it. And we decided that, she could see and hear the talent, and I should go get some lessons. So she found this guy that he was a New York guy originally. He produced the Shirelles in the '60s. I think his name was Robert Davey or Robert Davis or. So he took me to his house. He had a whole studio set up. I was doing a half hour of piano and then a half hour of vocal lessons because I always sang. And I did pick up some technique from him, some breathing and learning how to relax, some visualization things. And then he had me play piano, and he had me start with, the book one, I am a little gray pony, middle C and all that kind of stuff. And I was just so frustrated with it because I could already play chords. I picked them out myself, and I just read some books and learned the actual chords, the triads, and even even 4 finger chords, and just bass notes in the left hand. And eventually, he started just showing me things like that because I would come in and play Eagles tunes and Jackson Brown tunes and fun stuff like that. So eventually, he told my mom, "Look, the kid doesn't need lessons." And I was frustrated. I had no patience for learning notes or anything. He told her as fast as he could show me something, I was already way ahead of him playing full chords and changes and songs and things like that. And he thought it would be a waste of my time because I just didn't have the patience to deal with it because my ear was so far ahead. So the you know the I developed my ear over the years, and with the help of some theory. I mean, I did go to school, just first 2 years of music school. I was a music major for a while and went through theory and sightseeing. I mean, I refused to learn how to read the music. I could read it. I knew the notes, the circle of fifths, things like that. But I mean, I faked sight singing. I didn't want to read notes and sing at the same time. I just could hear it, and I just faked it. And I just learned the intervals myself and sang it. So um, I knew I didn't want to be some kind of a theory god, and I wish I had the patience for it, to be quite honest with you. Because if I had the patience for it, I'd be that much further ahead. You know, I'd say Guthrie Govan, a guy like him, who's arguably the best guitar player in the world, I think, as far as being able to just rip things up off the cuff and just improvisation, things like that. You know, I definitely would be ahead if I had the patience to deal with it, but I did not have the patience to deal with it. And plus, I never really wanted to play like anybody else. I was trying to invent my own licks and my own ways of playing and find chords myself by ear. It was like just part of the challenge of me developing as a musician. Um, like I said, I think it's beneficial for anybody to learn it if you have the patience and aptitude to be a book guy. More power to you. I don't have the patience for it, and I never did. I was writing songs, figuring out what sounded good to my ear by just playing and by listening to other music that I loved, using my own ears to find that same kind of sweet spot and writing my own songs, rewriting popular songs first, learning learning what makes a great song, again, by using your ears, by learning other great songs. That taught me how to write songs, taught me what a great song was. And plus, I was interested in also playing guitar, writing tunes, singing, playing, and I was developing all these things musically simultaneously. So that's the kind of thing that messed me up as far as being a theory god. So his question was how he would learn music differently today. And I don't really know the answer to that because other than to say that I would probably do the exact same things I did, I would learn the same way because that's what felt natural to me. And of course, I learned over time that most people are not like that. Most people are not like me at all. I don't have perfect pitch. I have great relative pitch. I would love to develop that. Beato's got a course on that. But, most people don't learn the way I learn. And I think that putting stringent guidelines, there should be some loose guidelines for sure. The stringent guidelines of somebody is absurd because, artistically speaking, because everybody learns different. I'm very visually and orally oriented. So I'd probably learn exactly like I did because there was really no other way for me. I could always visualize music in colors. I could see the notes, if that makes any sense to anybody. I know it's weird. So yeah, the only thing I will say is at least music chose me at an early age. I never had to really sweat over what I wanted to do. It was, it wasn't all butterflies and sunshine and rainbows and not frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating trying to make a living as an artist in general, any kind of art, whether it be thespian or the visual arts or music. It doesn't make a difference. Fine arts. I recognized early on, and I was a pretty high level soccer player, um, but I was about, the third or fourth best in my area, not the best. And I was one of the top couple musicians. So I recognized early on it was probably the thing I was best at in the world. So I should probably pursue it as hard as I could. Also, it just wasn't even conscious. I was just constantly driven to try to write tunes and to try to play. And just, I was trying to get better as a player so I could play the songs that I love. And the more I played the songs I loved, the more I wanted to write songs that could stand up to the songs I love. So I probably wouldn't do anything different uh, as far as learning music. It's because I never really learned music. I just absorbed it and reformulated it in my body, and then I put it out as my own type of art, whether it be performing other people's music or whether it be my own music. So music is literally part of my soul. So I wouldn't do it any differently. I couldn't do it any differently. I wish I was a theory god like Beato or Steve Vai, but um, that wasn't in my wheelhouse. It wasn't my strength. All right. So what about you guys? That's an interesting question for fellow musicians like yourselves. How would you learn it differently if you had to go back? What would you do differently this time as far as learning? Let me know. Put it in the comments. All right. See ya.